Welcome everybody. John Zager. How is everybody today? Good? Good. Have you been to johnzager.com? It's kind of a website I have. Sure would like to have more people going there and interacting. So anyway, keep it in mind. Go there if you'd like. It's got some good stuff, good information about me, and maybe we can build a community over there. So I've already done one podcast, YouTube, this morning. I wanted to do another, real short, real brief. The first one got me thinking a little bit about personalities and how we become who we are, and pick up some of the characteristics and traits that we currently have that are both good and bad, positive and negative. And I'm going to be very specific in talking about dependent personality disorders, which is also related to narcissistic personality disorder and borderline personality disorder. I'm drinking iced tea. So here's how it works out. Let's say you're a little guy growing up in a family where one of the parents or both of the parents or somebody out there is either borderline or narcissistic, and one of the traits of that is that they want you to become dependent on them so that they get the satisfaction all the time. The world centers around them. Their kids center around them. Their family centers around them. The world centers around them. And the more they can make you dependent on them, the better they feel. Okay? So in other words, what would be an example? They determine if you feel good or bad. Right? A parent is supposed to give you love and nurturance, yes? And confidence and all of that sort of thing. But if they only give it conditional upon you putting all of your dependence on them, then they become the focus of attention, the narcissist, the borderline. Okay? The detriment, what's detrimental about that is as you grow up a dependent personality disorder. Or you grow up with the traits, heavy traits of dependent personality disorder. Usually happens in the male, the boy. The girl, let's say there's a girl in the family, borderlines and narcissists are generally speaking, this isn't a 100% rule, female. Okay? So that trait, borderline narcissism, ends up going on to the girl, the daughter, and then she takes it on into her family and does the same behavior that mother did to her and to son. Okay? So the son becomes more or less dependent personality disorder, and when he grows up, when he grows up, then what happens is that his world still centers around the narcissist. Usually it's the narcissist or the borderline, or they're borderline narcissists. Okay, that parent. And his world is still dependent upon approval and satisfaction from that parent. Right? Now here's the tragedy. The tragedy is, and I hope people are listening to this, this is so accurate. The tragedy is that parent dies. Or if it's both parents, I don't know, they both die. You know, where you acquired the dependent personality disorder with the narcissist or the borderline, or both, right? Whichever parent it was. And when that parent dies, then you are, and this is the key word, abandoned. As you were abandoned when you were a little person, right? You were abandoned as a little person. That's how they control you, right? You do not get my love and nurturance, right? You do not give my love and nurturance unless you're dependent on me. If you are not dependent on me, then I will show you abandonment. Makes sense? It's really clear. It's just so clear. It's so clear. So that parent dies, the boy, let's say the male in this case, and we're not saying 100% across the board, but generally speaking, the male boy grows up, gets to be, I don't know, middle-aged or whatever age it happens to be, mom or dad, whoever is the borderline narcissist, usually the female, which would be the mom, passes away. Now the boy, the son, feels abandoned and doesn't know what to do or how to act or where to go, and feels abandonment no matter what decision he comes up with. So, living in the same town where parents used to live, right, is imperative so that you don't feel abandonment. If you take off and go move to some other part of the country, you feel abandonment. Get it? You're dependent on being somewhere near the umbilical cord of the mother who has passed away, because her sickness, her mental health was so bad that she made you that dependent. Your whole life, happiness, love, and nurturance is dependent on her. She never taught you how to have self-love, how to have a loving relationship, how to find nurturance in the world, and give yourself self-nurturance, or be in a relationship where you can get self-nurturance. That's how angry and bitter and sick and demented narcissists and borderlines are. And the tragedy, of course, is the damage that's overpowering for, in this case, we're talking about the son or the boy or the male. It's another way for the mother to castrate the husband, castrate the son, and when she's gone, dead, it's the ultimate castration. That's sick, you guys. That is sick. That's sick, sick, sick. Here's the remedy. Here's the answer. Reprogramming. You just reprogram. You reprogram your subconscious, your operating system, that you're okay, that you're healthy, you're physically fine, you're emotionally fine, you're spiritually fine, you do great in relationships, people like you, people are attracted to you, you're loved, you're nurtured, you're cared for, you have self-love, self-nurturance for yourself. You go through the whole routine of all the positive aspects of having been raised in a loving, nurturing family. Make sense? This is just so important. This is so important. There's people who don't realize this happened to them until the narcissist or the borderline, which is the parent, which is the mother, dies. It's usually going to come out in the form of the male, the son. The insecurities are going to start surfacing after that. The female, the daughter, let's say, after the mom dies, probably has picked up enough narcissistic and borderline personality traits that they just become borderline and narcissist themselves. And the abandonment dependent personality is not the significant factor for them. You just got a course in psychology. You just got a course in clinical psychology. 100% accurate. If you have questions, please call me. Please contact me. Please email me. Please text me. Get a hold of me on my website. I'm all over the internet. It's easy to find me. Anyway, go ahead and do that. So think about that, process that. Next time we're going to probably relate to that in terms of self-hypnosis and reprogramming. So God bless everybody. Have a great day, and I'll look forward to talking to you all again real soon. Thanks a lot. See you. Bye.